pregame festivities coming to a close in Denver. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Offense may be in the air this evening as MLB The Show welcomes you to Coors Field in Denver, Colorado for this edition of Major League Baseball. We've got a good one on tap here as it'll be the Florida Marlins taking on the Colorado Rockies. And hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian here, Mike Side, joined as always by my colleagues Dave Campbell and Eric Karros. We'll hear plenty from them moving forward. But first, let's get to our starting lineup here. It's presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And on the mound to try to tackle this lineup, there you see the numbers for the 6'6" right-hander Jason Hamill. Now a quick look at the defensive alignment for the Rockies. And standing in is Hanley Ramirez as we are ready to get this one going. And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike one.
Well, this won't be a 4-hour game with a strike zone like that.
First pitch, 6:40.
Here's one hit towards the hole. Throw to first will be in time to retire Ramirez for the game's first out. And as we get rolling this evening, time to stack these two teams up side by side and run the numbers as you see our comparison graphic on your screen. Chris Coghlan will dig in here.
Chris Coghlan.
First pitch coming. Gets ahead of him here as he got him to swing over the top of this one. Temperature starting to drop as the sun goes down. 56 degrees here at first pitch. And this is fouled straight back. And he swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. Efting comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for round number 2.
Well, Matty, 2 up, 2 down. He's looking for a 1-2-3 first inning.
Gabby Sanchez will get his first shot here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Another pitch taken by Sanchez as he's got it to 2-0 now.
And even though it's just the first, I'd be surprised if he gets anything good here on 3-0.
And this is taken for ball 4, so it's a 2-out walk here in the top of the first.
Yeah, a 2-out walk gets them their first runner here in the first. It looks like he really didn't want to challenge him at all.
Michael Stanton will get his first shot at it here.
Michael Stanton.
First pitch to him. And he goes with the slider that time, and it's driven to deep right field. But that will kick off the scoreboard out there in right. Around third and being waved on home. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Yeah, he got a pitch to his liking there, and he is not going to miss those as he drives in his 39th run of the year.
Omar Infante will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Two out here and a runner at second. And here's a fastball that looked pretty good, but it's 1-1. Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. And some trouble now in right field. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now.
I tell you what, anytime you get a first inning visit from your pitching coach, something ain't working out there. You know, here's what he's saying. Look, we need you to figure this out. We need some innings out of you here. Let's go.
Logan Morrison will stand in.
Logan Morrison.
Now the first pitch. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Fastball misses badly there, and he's behind 2-0.
And, just watching him grimace as he gets the ball back, you can tell this lack of command starting to bug him out there.
Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1. The 2-1. And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. Swing and a hard hit ball towards the hole. And that is into right field, a base hit. Throw will hold that runner at second base, and now there are 2 on with 2 out.
And I'll tell you, here's a guy that's starting to bring himself into the MVP discussion. I mean, the numbers are there, and he's been about as consistent as anyone in baseball, and he's got another sharp single right here.
Third baseman.
Ronnie Belliard will get his first cuts here. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
And at the plate, he's just 1 for 7 in the series, so he's in a bit of a cold spell.
Two men are on with 2 men out. He's ready now, the pitch. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Can't afford to let this deficit grow any wider here in the first inning. He needs to get out of this.
Swing and a hard grounder down the line at third. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. He waits, now the pitch. And a little battle brewing here as he fights off the 2-strike pitch and chops it foul. Ooh, awfully close to strike 3. Probably should have been strike 3. Instead, it's 2-2 now.
Yeah, it's been a high-stress inning on the mound. Now he's looking for a little help from the home plate umpire, but not finding it.
Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Throw over to Helton will be in time, and with it, the side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Florida's out in front, 2-0. Starting lineup for Jim Tracy and the Rockies looks like this. They'll match up against a guy who twirled a no-hitter back in 2006, right-hander Anibal Sanchez. And in the field, the Marlins will align themselves like this. Well, there you see Dexter Fowler as he'll be the one to commence the action in the bottom half of the first. And that misses low and away, ball 1. And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1. Sanchez readying the 1-1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. And this will be lined into center field, and they've got themselves their first hit of the ball game.
Boy, hard to fool a guy like this with a curveball like that. This thing catches far too much of the plate, and he'll just line this back up the middle for a base hit.
Todd Helton will step in now. On the corner at the knees, 0-1.
And now when you plant that seed on the first pitch, you can really go anywhere from here.
From the belt, the pitch. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
He just might be up there taking pitches, waiting for that base runner to go, but he's not going to be able to take any more.
Let's go, Rocky! You can do it!
And now Helton able to lay off there, and he's got it to 1-2. Curveball, strike 3 called, and he didn't like it, but there's the first out.
Well, and no surprise, we talk about it all the time in the beginning of a ball game. Location is going to be a key. And here you can just see where this thing is. I mean, if he can continue spotting pitches there, he'll have a lot of success here tonight.
Troy Tulowitzki is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1.
And here's a guy that can get those 2 first-inning runs back with 1 swing.
Now a throw over, and the runner back safely. Runners on first with 1 down. Now this is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get 2. And Sanchez can't corral it. Only play to the pitcher covering, and the runner moves into second on the play. Ian Stewart digs in at the plate. First pitch coming. And now he turns on a fastball here and sends it to fairly deep right field. Stanton is back to the track, though, as he pulls it in, and a sigh of relief as the side is retired. One hit, one left. Second inning upcoming here in Denver. It's the Marlins 2 and the Rockies nothing. John Baker will stand in hoping to turn things around from the loss last night. He was 0 for 4 in that ball game. Fastball probably could have gone either way, but ruled a ball, 1-0.
And he's tallied just one hit here in the series so far, 1 for 8.
And it runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
And he's going to need to work a little more efficiently here in this second inning, or pitch count will become a factor.
Now a pitch swung on and grounded out to Tulowitzki at shortstop. Throw in the dirt, but the all-star Helton stays with it. Nice play. Anibal Sanchez will take his cuts now. And a fastball's in there for strike one.
And he did not have his best stuff in that first inning. That's a little more like it there.
Man, a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good sinking action there. 1-2.
Boy, that thing's really moving sharply at the end.
One-two pitch is swung on and lifted in the air out to center field. Efting is there, 2 gone. Hanley Ramirez will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game. too low, 1-0.
And sometimes when you're a leadoff hitter, go ahead and take a pitch. Let your pitcher catch his breath for a second.
Here's the 1-0 now to Ramirez. And this one's too far inside, ball 2. And he goes right with the fastball here. A drive out to deep right center field. And this ball is gone. It's a solo shot for Hanley Ramirez. Number 21 for him on the season as the Marlins have taken a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, and he may have gone to the well one too many times there, and it's going to wind up costing him. Once you give a hitter an idea for the speed and delivery of that thing, he'll learn how to handle it, and I think he handled it about as well as he could there.
Chris Coghlan will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Coghlan.
Now a bullet toward third, but pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. Marlins get one on the Ramirez long ball. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's 3-0 Florida. Seth Smith will get his first opportunity here. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night. Starts him out with a changeup for a strike.
He's probably not going to throw too many first-pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
Here's the 0-1 now to Smith. Swinging a ball hit hard on the ground to first. And Sanchez will take this himself, 3 unassisted for the putout.
Little unlucky there. He really churns those hips and hits this thing hard, but it's right at the first baseman who has plenty of time to scamper over to the bag.
Jose Lopez will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. And this is off the corner and low, ball 1. One out, nobody on. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. And now a fastball is roasted into left field. That's a base hit.
you're going to see the location of this pitch on Show Track. It's actually in a great spot, a couple inches off that inside corner. And normally, you'd think all a guy could do is chop that and foul it, but he gets those hands through very quickly, and he just yanks it.
Jose Morales will be the batter. First pitch coming now from Sanchez. And good movement on the fastball there from Sanchez as he jumps ahead with strike one. And this is high, a ball and a strike. Runner at first here, one man out. Check on Lopez, now the pitch. Swing and a ground ball towards the hole. There's Sanchez. To second for one.
And this is all about pressing the issue over there at first base. After the diving stop, he gambles and says, I bet I can still get that guy at second. And sure enough, his throw is in time to get the lead runner.
Marcus Efting steps in now. Changeup too low, and it's 1-0.
And he's got a chance to get this average up over the Mendoza line with a base hit here.
And he waits on the changeup there and pulls it to fairly deep right field. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
You can certainly understand why folks in the organization are high on this guy. Just a good stroke there as he takes it to the pull field for two bases.
Jason Hamill will get his first opportunity now. Curveball just misses apparently, 1-0.
And boy, a two-out hit here at the plate would really go a long way towards helping his own cause.
And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Now the 1-1 pitch. Can't do much with that one. It's 1-2. Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. Lays off 2-2 now.
Well, these are just extra pitches adding to your pitch count. I don't see why you wouldn't just go right after him.
Here's the 2-2 offering. And he'll fight just to stay alive here as this is fouled away. And he just does manage to fight this one off as it's fouled away. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Ready with another 2-2. Swinging a hard liner to center field. And he'll reach down to make the play on the run. A fine defensive effort there retires the side. Rockies do get a run in the inning on this RBI double. We've played 2. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Gabby Sanchez is ready to go here as we begin the 3rd. Here's the first pitch to him. And that misses, ball 1.
Ice cold soda!
Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. And this is swung on and bounced up the center of the diamond. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd.
Well, as you know, after giving up runs in both the 1st and 2nd innings, he could really use a good 1-2-3 here in the 3rd. That's a good first step.
Now batting.
So 1 gone in the inning now, and here's the right fielder, Mike Stanton. In there, 0-1.
And he's just 2 for 9 in the series thus far, so he could use a base hit here.
And the pitch. Swinging a liner toward the gap in left center. And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his 2nd double of the ball game. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
And he's doubling his pleasure here already. 2 at-bats so far, and now 2 doubles. He looks like he's seeing the ball pretty darn well.
Omar Infante will stand in.
Second baseman, Omar Infante.
Shut him down right here!
Swinging a line drive to left. And a dive in left, but he can't get it. It'll get by him toward the wall. Around third and being waved on home. And the run will score from second base as they open it up now 4-1. And Stewart's tag won't be in time. He's in with a triple.
The second hit of the ball game for him right there. This one's an RBI triple, and he's in scoring position himself with just 1 away.
Logan Morrison will dig in. He singled his first time around. And, oh my gracious, where did that pitch miss? It's called ball one.
We've seen that same pitch be called a strike more than once.
Give it to him, Rocky.
One out and a runner on third. One 0 pitch now. Oh, and he turns on a fastball here and drives one into deep right center. And this one is a home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, number 22 on the year, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
This is a classic example of losing your composure after a bad call. Now, he's still teed off about that last pitch, so he doesn't concentrate on his location, and this is going to make him even madder now.
Ronnie Belliard will stand in. He grounded out his first time. And this could wind up being a bullpen kind of game as we've got action down there right now when we're only in the third inning. Here it comes. And boy, I don't know about this strike zone. That misses high apparently, and it's 1-0.
It looked to me like it could have gone either way, and that certainly gives the hitter a leg up in the rest of this at bat.
And he falls behind now, 2-0.
And you sort of get the sense that his thoughts might be elsewhere out on the mound right now. He's got to let the past go and focus on the here and now.
Two-0 pitch is a fastball low, and it's 3-0 now.
And from where I'm sitting, this guy looks to be a guy that's starting to rush out there now. Might not be a bad idea for the catcher to try and slow him down a bit.
That one's in there, 3-1.
Doing the smart thing, taking all the way.
Now the 3-1 pitch. And this is swung on and sent on the ground to first. And Helton will take this one himself for the out.
And once he gets out of this game, he's going to have to erase this start from the old memory banks. Everyone's allowed a clunker here and there, but he's going to need to put this one behind him, and fast.
John Baker will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Ball one. Now it's 2-0.
Just no bite on that breaking ball right now. It's just sort of spinning but not moving a whole lot.
Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. Long run, but he gets there to track this one down, and a very nicely recorded out number 3. But they strike for 3 in the inning, 2 on this 2-run home run. We played 2.5. It's the Marlins 6 and the Rockies 1. Dexter Fowler will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first. And he gets ahead 0-1.
And now with this big early deficit, you got to take it 1 inning at a time. You just got to try to claw your way back.
The pitch. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. And now he'll try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And the throw will be too late, so it's a bunt single to get him started here.
Well, it has certainly been one-way traffic around these base paths here in the first few innings. So now these guys might be saying, hey, it's our turn to get some runs on the board now.
Todd Helton will dig in here. Took a called third strike his first time. And he'll throw over to first. Has to dive, but he's back.
Sacrifice.
And again a throw and a dive, but he's back in there. And that misses inside 1-0.
Yeah, trying to take back control of that inside part of the plate. That's where you want to be.
Nobody out, runner on first. On the move now is Fowler. Pitches a cold strike, the throw. And they won't get Fowler as he takes second with ease.
Well, they certainly paid a lot of attention to him over there at first, and it was wise to do so. But in the end, they had to come to the plate sooner or later, and he winds up taking second here on the stolen base.
Hit hard down the left field line. But this is foul near the seats. Out in front a bit as this is pulled down the line to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third. Troy Tulowitzki will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
And with this being a 5-run ball game, they'll go ahead and keep the infield back here and play for the out at first.
Get it going, Rocky.
Lined into left center. And that is going to be a base hit. And they show a little life here as the lead shrinks to 6-2 now. And that hitting streak of his continues to grow as it's reached an even dozen ball games now. So a runner at first with one man gone, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Ian Stewart. Tulowitzki holds, and now the pitch. And that's in there for strike one.
Yeah, and when you get strike one on the corner, you can expand that strike zone right away.
Runners on first with one down. From the stretch. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And this is a foul ball. Boy, that was awfully close. Okay, the umpires have emerged from the dugout with the ruling, and it is going to remain a foul ball. So they had it right the first time, but if there's any doubt, go inside and get this thing right. The 0-2 now from Sanchez. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
And the prevailing thought is you're going to get at least one really good pitch to hit in an at-bat. But I'm not sure he did there. Those were three really good pitches.
Seth Smith will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Jammed him there as this is rolled out to short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. A run on two hits, and they leave one. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Marlins on top, 6-2. Anibal Sanchez will step in to get things started for the Marlins. He'll be followed by the dangerous Hanley Ramirez on deck. And that's dead center for strike one.
Whoa, he may not see one better than that.
Now the pitch. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. Don't know how you let that go, but it's called a ball. 1-2.
Whew, that slider was really moving there. I don't know how he laid off.
Now the pitch. And that's taken outside for a ball, so he's worked it back to 2-2 now.
Well, he's determined to get him to chase that slider sooner or later.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, always nice to have the pitcher leading off an inning, and here he retires him to start the fourth.
Leadoff man gone, so they'll work against the shortstop, Hanley Ramirez.
Let's go, Rocky.
Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. There to field it is Tulowitzki. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out.
And this is a tough play here as we see it again in show motion. You know, look at him jump off that right foot and then freeze it right there. Look, he's completely in the air when he lets this go. That's a big league play right there.
Chris Coughlin will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around. And this is low, ball one.
And even with 2 outs, this is a team that can still put something together here, especially in this part of the lineup, so you can't let your guard down.
Now the 1-0 pitch. And he takes a cold strike one.
One strike.
And he lays off the pitch down and away. Ball two. Six runs, 7 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And now a ball lifted into the air out towards center field. Efting will wait on it. As he puts this one away, the side is retired. Florida down in order. They lead it 6-2. A look at the National League scoreboard as we get the latest on what's happening in the senior circuit. Jose Lopez will be the batter.
Jose Lopez.
Fouled straight back. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
Yeah, with all the runs we've seen so far, it is hard to believe it's still only the bottom of the fourth.
And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. And that's upstairs, running the count to 3-1.
And you want to at least make the Rockies earn the leadoff base runner. You do not want to walk him here.
Swing hard liner to left center. And he will reach down to put this one away. Good job of hanging with it there for the first out.
Looked like a sure single leading off the inning. He certainly hit it hard enough, but it hangs up there a bit too long and winds up getting run down.
Jose Morales will step in. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. And that's taken for strike one.
And this guy's 0 for 6 in the series thus far, so he's got to be about due to come through.
And low, it's a ball and a strike.
He's already up to 51 pitches now, and he's only lasted 3 1/3 so far.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Now the fastball here is swung on and grounded foul. And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Here's a swing and a ball lifted out to straightaway central now for Coughlin. 2 gone.
Well, he set down the first 2 guys to face him here in the inning, but they haven't made it easy. It's taken 11 pitches here, but he'll probably take it.
Marcus Efting will stand in. An RBI double to his credit the first time around. First pitch coming now from Sanchez. In there, no balls and a strike.
And this is a guy you want because you'd love to have the pitcher leading off in the bottom of the fifth.
Two runs, 5 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. A little bit low that time, maybe outside as well.
Go, Colorado!
And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2.
And he's given them 3 straight fastballs, but it could very well be the curveball they call on here.
And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Taken by Infante. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. We played 4 full. The Marlins lead it 6-2. Greg Smith is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep them in the game here. Gabby Sanchez will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. And a fairly generous strike call there on a pitch that looked off the plate. It's strike 1.
Yeah, nice to get that call right out of the bullpen.
And here's the ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. And no one can track this one down. Line to left. Fowler is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first out.
Making a bid for a leadoff single here, but this ball's hit a little too hard if that's possible, and this finds the outfielder's glove.
Michael Stanton will step in. He doubled and later scored his last time.
Powerhouse, baby!
Now here's the first pitch. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw to Helton, and there are 2 gone.
Well, he's made it through 2/3 of these 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Let's see if he can set them down in order.
Omar Infante will stand in. 2 hits in 2 trips thus far. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike one. Two out, nobody on. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike.
Shut him down now.
And there's ball two now. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1. And on 3-1, this ball's hit in the air out to straightaway left field. Fowler is camped under this one, and he will put it away to retire the side. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Marlins 6 and the Rockies 2. Carlos Gonzalez will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 5, Carlos Gonzalez.
Come on, Carlos.
And this misses outside and a bit high. 1 ball, no strikes.
And I don't know if this is really the spot to use him off the bench. He's a home run hitter, but he's hitting with no one on.
The 1-0 pitch. In there, and it's even at 1.
And he's really found that changeup here in the middle innings.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
Safe to say, guys don't care much for that location. That'll get you riled up at the plate, no doubt.
Here's the 2-1 to Gonzalez. 2-2 now.
And after challenging him up with the last fastball, that's a perfect spot for the follow-up, right at the knees.
And a curveball here as he lifts this one the other way out to left center field. Morrison is under this one, and he's got it for out number 1.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Dexter Fowler will be the batter. A couple of singles to his credit thus far. Here's the first offering. And he starts him out with one high and tight, ball one.
Another really close pitch there. He's been around the strike zone quite a bit. You know, sometimes that can be good. Other times, though, it can make you a little too predictable out there.
Ball two.
And you certainly want to make sure you throw strikes to this guy because he'll steal you blind if you give him a free pass.
Now a ball lined toward right center. Stanton has a long run, but he takes charge for route number 2.
Wow, he's using that fastball to devastating effect out there now. So he gets another out here. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
So 2 away now as in steps Todd Helton. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
And when things are going bad, it seems like these calls always go against you.
Sticks with the fastball here as he forges ahead 0-2.
You can tell he's still frustrated after that first called strike. That's still on his mind.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2. Sanchez coming up on pitch number 71 so far. Swing by Helton and a ground ball to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. We'll see Logan Morrison start things off when we come back. 5 innings complete. Florida's out in front, 6-2. Claudio Vargas will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound. Logan Morrison will stride in, but first we take you back to the 3rd as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. Now a right-hander has started to get loose in the Colorado bullpen. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
And that thing started in the zone, so that's a good job to hold back at the last second.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. And he misses again with it here. It's 3-0 now.
One thing you don't want to do is walk the leadoff guy and give the Marlins a base runner.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
Well, it seems to me like you've at least got to make him go after something there. I mean, the bat never left his shoulder. And that's making it way too easy for a guy leading off the inning.
Ronnie Belliard will dig in, 0 for 2 thus far. Throw over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0.
Well, and sometimes you just let a guy work his own way into trouble and then take advantage.
Belliard awaits the 1-0. 2-0.
6 straight now out of the zone here to start this inning.
Keep that runner off second base.
And he lays off a pitch just below the knees. It's 3-0.
Make it 7 straight.
And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
A little bit of a mock cheer there.
Late on the fastball there as this one skied out towards straightaway right. There to take it is Smith, and that's out number 1. John Baker will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Now a ball lined to the right side, and that's in there, base hit.
And as the season's gone on, this is a guy whose numbers have just not been going in the right direction. So this is a welcome sight with this one-out single.
Now batting,
Anibal Sanchez will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have, 0-1.
And he's yet to drive in a run on the campaign, but he could help himself out right here.
And he misses here. No, called a strike on the inside corner. Wow, it's 0-2 now.
And he's thinking, yeah, you'll call that a strike when I'm at the plate, but not when I'm on the mound.
2 strike pitch, but he misses high 1 and 2.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. Now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner, 2 and 2.
Okay, you've used all the waste pitches you can here. Now on 2 and 2, you got to come in with your best pitch because this is a definite strikeout situation.
Swing and a liner, but foul. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
And you've got to be pleased with your pitcher at the plate. He's made him throw a lot of pitches here, and those do add up.
And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. The 3-2 one more time. Line hard into left. Fowler is there. Let's see if they test it. But this is well up the line, and he's safe at home plate.
Well, you're looking at a guy who hasn't had a whole lot of breaks go his way so far in this one, but I think he might have gotten one here because this ball is smoked. Not quite enough, though, to get it out of here.
Hanley Ramirez will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Fastball in there for a called strike.
And no threat to run over there at first, so with 2 away, you can focus all your energy squarely on this guy.
Now a swing and a high fly ball, and this one has some carry on it to deep right field. And Smith will put this one away with ease to retire the side. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. Part of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. It's the Marlins 7 and the Rockies 2. Troy Tulowitzki will be the batter as we get things going in the bottom of the 6th. Swings and sends this one softly out towards right center. Stanton has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out.
And as we take a look at his pitch count here, you can see he's exactly double the number of strikes versus balls. That's just about where you want to be.
Ian Stewart digs in at the plate. Low for ball 1.
And even though he's pitching well, this is a part of the order that he's really got to worry about. They can turn a good outing into a bad one pretty darn quickly.
And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2.
And here in these 4th, 5th, and 6th innings, his control has been impeccable.
Let's go. Up on you.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now here it comes. Now here's the ball skied down the left field line. Under it is Morrison now, and there are 2 away.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt, as you take a look there at what his pitch breakdown is so far.
Seth Smith will step in. He's 0 for 2 to this point. Now here's the first pitch. Off the plate and low here, ball 1. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Two out, nobody on. Now the 2-0. Strike called, 2-1.
Ah, boy, when you're a middle-of-the-lineup guy and you get a good one to hit 2-0, you got to turn it loose.
Swinging a ball hit in the air to right field and deep. Back is the right fielder, but he will look up and watch this one sail out of here. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 19th home run for him on the season, as it's now a 7-3 game.
Just so many guys to worry about in the middle of this lineup. I mean, he gets by the first 2 guys okay, probably feeling pretty good out there, but these guys don't let up. And it's the 5-hole guy that takes him over the wall.
Jose Lopez will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around. And this pitch is right down the middle, strike 1.
And now you got to snap back in a hurry. You cannot dwell on that home run ball.
Sets the target low here, and it misses. 1-1. fastball is lined into center field. That's a base hit.
This is tough duty here as a pitcher. That's not the speed of the pitch down there. That's the speed of the liner going out. And when a guy squares up a hard fastball and sends it back up the box like that, look out.
Jose Morales will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. Two out with the man at first. Now a ball sliced out of play down the left field line. And this is fouled back and out of play. Now he reaches for a curveball here and sends one on the ground to third. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Rockies strike for one, and it comes on this solo home run. The 2-3-4 hitters now to start the seventh. It's now 7-3. And since we've already seen what's going on in the National League, let's check out the AL action now on our out-of-town scoreboard. And now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Rafael Betancourt is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Rafael Betancourt. Your attention, please. A defensive change for the Rockies. Now playing second base.
Chris Coghlan will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7.
Leading off for Florida, center fielder, Chris Coghlan.
Let's get you out here.
A fastball here too low. It's 1-0.
And he'll have right-handers due up second and third, so he'll be in good shape matchup-wise if he can get past this leadoff guy.
And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
Showing some patience off a new pitcher here in the 7th.
Hey, folks, come ready.
Gets the call on the changeup there. 2-1.
Ah, a good off-speed pitch there and a fastball count.
Here he comes on 2-1. And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1.
And boy, this is exactly how you want your leadoff hitter to approach an at-bat. You know, he's showing a lot of patience, and it's worked out so far.
Fastball in there, 3-2.
And sometimes you just got to wait this guy out up there. He hasn't felt right about any of those first 5 pitches, but number 6 could be different.
And this swing is wrapped out to Tulowitzki at short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. So 1 away in the inning now, and that'll bring in the first baseman, Gabby Sanchez. Now a right-hander has started to get loose in the Colorado bullpen. Ball 1. And now a pitch on the way. In there, 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now.
And when a guy like this lets 2 go in a row, you know he's looking for something else.
Grounded, foul.
No, foul ball.
And he takes very close to the inside corner here, 2-2 though. And strike 3 called on the outside corner. He's earned the right to live out there with the fastballs, as that's out number 2.
And anytime a catcher has to reach that far to get it, that ball's usually off the corner. I think they caught a break there.
Michael Stanton will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. And this winds up inside for a ball, 2-0 now.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but, you know, he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
And here's a fastball that he takes the other way out to fairly deep right. And a long run, but he's there to track it down. Nice range, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They hang on to a 7-3 lead. Marcus Efting will step in now to lead off the home half of the 7th. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to milk one more inning out of him on the mound.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Fouled back. The 0-2 now from Sanchez. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. And the fastball here is hit on the ground, but foul. Just does stay alive as this is fouled back. And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2.
And he's starting to get up there in pitches now, worth keeping an eye on.
And this ball's pulled on the ground down the line to first. And Sanchez will take this himself. 3 unassisted for the putout.
Still a few innings to go here, but it would appear he's in line to win his 3rd game of the year.
Eric Young Jr. will stand in now. Switch hitter batting from the left side here. First pitch coming now from Sanchez. Right there for strike 1.
And even though he's been sharp on the mound, I'm guessing he may need some help from that bullpen before this one's said and done.
One out, nobody on. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Outside, 2-1. And this is swung on and grounded to Ramirez at short. And he'll throw against his body to first. And he's safe at first. Boy, a great effort, but he wasn't able to get enough on that throw. And that'll be scored an infield single.
And in spots like this, you're just looking for something, I mean anything, to give you a spark. And this infield single might be enough to do the trick.
Dexter Fowler will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game. Too low, 1-0. And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now. Both teams with 8 hits in this one. Swinging a hard hit ball back up the middle. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. Throw comes back in quickly, so put the runners at first and second now, still with only 1 away.
Well, if this ball's over a few feet, it's a double play that gets him out of the inning. Instead, it finds its way into center, and it's first and second now with 1 away.
Here comes Marlins manager Edwin Rodriguez now on his way to the mound. And it appears that'll be all for Anibal Sanchez. So he'll leave here with 1 out in the 7th as he now hopes the bullpen can go ahead and get him the W. Burke Badenhop will come on and try to get out of this mess here as there are 2 on with only 1 away. Todd Helton will stride in, grounded out his last time through. Starts him out with a fastball too low for ball 1.
And now with 3, 4, and 5 coming up, he's really got to dance through the minefield now.
Here's the 1-0 to Helton now. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
One sure way to get these guys back in the ballgame is to keep putting them in good hitters' counts.
And this pitch is inside, and he can't find the zone all of a sudden. 3-0.
Boy, this is just getting worse and worse for him. You certainly don't want to walk the bases loaded.
And he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
You just can't afford to be putting guys on base this late in the game. Now all of a sudden the tying run's going to stride to the plate, so he better get his command back in a hurry.
Troy Tulowitzki will stand in as the possible tying run, so expect him not to get cheated up there with the bases loaded. Here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And remember, he extended that hitting streak of his already, so he doesn't have that weight hanging over his head.
And Tulowitzki can't come up with that one as he falls behind 0-2 now.
This would be a big boost for the club if they can work out of this unscored upon.
A huge strikeout there as he certainly does his job out of the pen, and we'll see how they go after the next guy here.
And you talk about dialing up a strikeout when you need it most. The bases remain loaded with 2 outs now, but he's just 1 out away from getting out of this inning.
Ian Stewart will try again. 0 for 3 with a strikeout thus far. On a swing, and he popped him up off to the left in foul territory. Belliard is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded.
Missed opportunities will haunt you as they were held in check despite loading the bases.
Starting to run out of innings here as they are unable to cut into the deficit. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Marlins on top, 7-3. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Matt Daly will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Matt Daly. Your attention, please. A defensive change for the Rockies. Now playing third base.
Omar Infante will dig in, 2 for 3, including a triple.
Leading off for the Marlins. Second baseman, Omar Infante.
And a ball, 1-0. Looked like a breaking ball there, but it missed badly, 2-0.
Having a hard time finding the strike zone here to start the 8th.
You gotta strike him out.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Yeah, and 2-0, even if he had a green light, that's one he should go ahead and let go by. That was in a tough spot.
Just off the inside part of the plate, it's 3-1.
Yeah, almost the same pitch, but this one was a few more inches inside, so he doesn't get that call.
Stop, baby.
3-1 on the way. Swing and a line drive to left. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Boy, these fans will be happy to see this guy leave town, that's for sure. He is absolutely eating them up here in this series. He delivers again.
Logan Morrison will step in now, 2 for 2, including a home run thus far. And here's the first pitch. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Wouldn't be a surprise to see him continue to work that outside corner.
Let's get two here.
Now he turns on a fastball here and sends it deep down the right field line. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. So a 2-run homer down the line in right field, his second of the game, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Well, there's little doubt that the altitude here in Denver aided that home run ball, but nonetheless, that's a pretty nice swing up there.
Ronnie Belliard will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far. Line to left. In there, a base hit.
And these guys have had no problem timing this guy out of the bullpen. That's 3 straight hits off him to start the inning, and he might not get to prove himself a whole heck of a lot longer.
John Baker will take his cuts now. He's set, now the pitch. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
Yeah, he needed that one. Something to give him a little bit of confidence.
And he takes this one high, 1-1.
Yeah, they tried to see if he'd go up the ladder and chase that same pitch again, but this time he thought better.
And this will be fouled away. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2 pitch. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Well, if he's got the confidence to throw it 2-2, let's see if he throws it 3-2.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, 1 gone.
And that's a pitch made famous by Greg Maddux all those years. Started at the waist and let it work its way back to that inside corner. That's all about hitting your spots.
Jose Guillen will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. And a fastball just misses for ball 1.
And a tough spot here for a right-handed pinch hitter coming in to face a right-hander on the mound.
Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. One and one now to Guillen. In there, 1-2 now.
And he's had a high strike zone all night, so even if you're on the bench, you got to be aware of that.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. And a tough pitch on 2 strikes as he's able to foul it off. Here he comes again, 1-2. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
And the way this pitching staff has worked so far, he's been more like a goalie than a catcher behind the plate.
Now here's another pitch fouled off and heading for the seats, and he's just fighting to stay alive here, still 2-2. Another 2-2 offering, and that's swung on and fouled straight back. Morales has a bead on it, and he's got it 2 down.
And it seems like more often than not with these long at-bats, it's usually the pitcher that caves in. But this is yet another tough pitch here as he finally wins the battle and gets his man to pop up.
Hanley Ramirez will stand in. He homered back in the 2nd inning of this one. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Working the inside corner with the fastball. Let's see if they stay right there.
One and one. Fouled back. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. But 2 in the inning for the Marlins thanks to the 2-run home run. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It's the Marlins 9 and the Rockies 3. Edward Mujica will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here. Seth Smith will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. Fastball here too low, and it's 1-0. And he lays off the pitch up and in, ball 2.
And this is no time to be nibbling when you're working with a 6-run lead.
Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Brett Wallace will take his first cuts of the ball game here. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And this catches the outside corner, strike one.
And now looking around this place, I think these fans have just about given up hope in this one.
One on the way. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees.
And he's just throwing darts now. They have not been able to pick him up.
And this is fouled straight back. He'll try again, 1-2. Spins and pulls this one down the line at first. And a diving effort, but this will just tip off his glove, and that's a base hit. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. Jose Morales will stand in. He grounded into a fielder's choices last time. Now a swing and a little soft liner to the left side. But this will be a foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he misses 2-1. And here's a fastball taken too low, and he works the count to 3-1.
Good hitters count here. He can afford to be selective.
The 3-1 pitch. And this is heading for the seats and out of play to the left. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. So they go down without a whimper here. We've played 8 full. The Marlins lead this one 9-3. Time for one last look at our National League scoreboard to see what's happening elsewhere. Houston Street come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Chris Coughlin will get us started as they look for a little insurance here in the top of the 9th. Ninth inning underway as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss, 1-1. And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats, foul. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Scream for ice cream now. We got ice cream.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Looks like it had him fooled a bit, but it couldn't hit the target.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Boy, and they've held him to an 0 for 5 in this one. He's been neutralized.
Gabby Sanchez will try again. 0 for 3 with a strikeout thus far. Now a swing and a hard hit ball back through the box. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit. So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close. Michael Stanton will try again. 2 for 4 in the ballgame. Now a swing and a ball lofted down the right field line and fairly deep. And that'll get down out there for extra bases.
Third double of the game for him thus far, and like the other two, he's right on this thing.
Omar Infante will see if he can keep it going. 3 for 4 thus far. And a good slider that time by Street. It's 0-1.
And that bullpen's empty right now, so this is his mess to work out of.
Swing and a bullet to the right side. But taken in over at first for the second out, as that might have been extra bases if it were 3 feet higher.
Boy, and he will breathe a big sigh of relief on the mound. That was a rocket, but at this point, he'll take it out any way he can get it.
Logan Morrison is going to have another crack at it here, and it's been a great offensive performance for him so far. This was back in the 8th, his second home run of the game, as he'd dearly love to make it 3 right here. Here's the first offering. And they start him with one high and away for ball 1.
And they've certainly got the right guy at the plate here. He's got 4 RBIs for the ball game and looking to add on right here.
And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
And now 2-0 with a base open. I think I keep this one out of the zone as well.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. Now a broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Swing and a ball hit to the left side, and this is going to wind up a souvenir. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2.
And he does have a base open, so he doesn't have to give in on 3-2.
Ronnie Belliard would be next if they can keep this inning alive. He's ready. Now the pitch. And there's strike 3, so we'll see now if they can manage to hold on to this huge lead as the side is retired. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Marlins 9 and the Rockies 3. Marcus Efting will step in, a ground-out victim as last time.
Marcus Efting.
First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
Boy, that was country hardball right there, Matt. Right by him.
And he lays off for ball 1. And, looked to be a strike on the monitor up here, but that's why I'm not an umpire. It's 2-1. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Eric Young Jr. will stand in. A base hit his first time around. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1.
And now look around this place. I think these fans have just about given up hope in this one.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And boy, they're really they've given him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
You talk about tying a guy up? My goodness.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Here's the pitch. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate.
Boy, and even when that thing misses, that's a good pitch.
One out, nobody on. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Taken by Infante. On to first, and the Rockies are now down to their final out of the game.
2 up and 2 down in the ninth so far. This one looks just about to be in the bag.
Dexter Fowler will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
And you could thank this guy for contributing to their 9-hit attack. He's got 3 of them.
And the pitch. Down and away, ball 1. Swing, and ooh, he saws him off with that one. Foul. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
Tough to lay off, especially when he's looking for the final strike of the ball game.
Swinging a ground ball to first. Therefore, it is Sanchez, and he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Well, this ball club showed me a lot tonight. They really put their nose to the grindstone and came away with a hard-fought victory on the road.
Guys, I think you might agree there's little doubt that the star of this afternoon's contest was this man, Logan Morrison. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, a couple of home runs in a ball game is pretty special. You could tell he was really dialed in up there, and he had a whale of a game.
So that will just about do it. For Dave Campbell, Eric Karros, and our entire San Diego-based crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian saying thanks for joining us here tonight. This has been a presentation of MLB 11 The Show. For more, don't forget to check us out online at theshownation.com. The Marlins win it 9-3. Post-game highlights are on the docket next from the Mile High City. Good night, everybody.